we're using a recipe out of this cupcake cookbook. Sorry about the camera. I tried to find a way to make it steady, but I couldn't. I don't have a holder. I use my phone as a camera, so I tried a lot of different things, but I couldn't get it to stay, so I'm just gonna have to hold it. Also, if you can hear a cat, that's great. He makes an appearance on my streams sometimes. So, I have made one set of cupcakes already out of this book. These ombre vanilla cupcakes. They were pretty good. Fun story. I always thought that ombre was amber, and I still think that it sounds better pronounced that way. But most people say ombre, so. But the cupcakes I wanted to make today are the first ones in the book. Chocolate cupcakes. Chocolate, 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 cupcakes, chocolate, cupcakes, chocolate, cupcakes. In particular, the classic chocolate cupcakes. So this is the recipe that we will be using today. So, step 1, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Here we go. 350. Looks like I got the page a little bit wet when I washed my hands. So next we need to line a 12-cup muffin pan with paper or foil liners. So let me grab that for us. So here is our muffin pan. Do you know the muffin pan? And we've got our cupcake liners. I bought these from the dollar store. The dollar store. The dollar store. The dollar store. And they are pastel. I don't know if I can take them out with one hand, but I will try. I got one. So, here are the ingredients for the cupcakes. 1 cup all-purpose flour, a half teaspoon baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup milk, a half cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup vegetable oil, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract. For the frosting, 1 stick of unsalted butter at room temperature, 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, also known as powdered sugar, 4 ounces of melted semi-sweet chocolate. You can use, I'm not using that, I'm going to use a different type of chocolate, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of milk, and 1 tablespoon vanilla extract. So then if we look down, our next thing we do is whisk the flour, baking soda, and salt in a medium bowl. Okay, I have grabbed my bowl and I am using these little measuring cups. And I need 1 cup of flour. I've got the flour right here. It, as you can see, is making a bit of a mess. I don't think I can scoop it with one hand, but we'll see what I can do. Maybe I can pour it in. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't quite see if I'm filming and pouring at the same time. Oh, there we go. I'm not quite sure I have a cup left in here. But, I do have more. Yeah, this is a bit messy. Alright, as you can see, we've made a mess. And I got more flour. So I'm gonna open this. And we did get some in the bowl already, but I don't think it's quite enough to fill the cup, so I was hoping I could open this with one hand, but it's not looking like it. I'll be right back. Alright, so I think with this one, I can just scoop a bit more. Getting it all over again. That's probably enough. I'll probably just get a tiny bit more. There we go. You know, part of baking is guesstimating, so let's rinse this. I won't show you that part because there's dishes in the sink. Alright, and now we need the baking soda. I half a teaspoon, so I have some teaspoons. So I have the teaspoons right here. So what did I say? Half a teaspoon? Yeah. Yeah, half a teaspoon of baking soda. So let's get the baking soda. This is what I'm using. flour. And then we need also half a teaspoon of salt. So I have this salt. It pours from here. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. All right, perfect. I say and then spill it. Oh dear. Well, this is quite a bit messier than the first time, but I was able to use both my hands last time, so makes sense. All right, and in the bowl we go. All right, so as you can see, I've cleaned off our workspace a little bit because I like to keep things clean. Can you hear the oven in the background? Okay, so our next step is to heat the milk in a small saucepan over medium heat until hot but not boiling. Pour over the cocoa powder in a large bowl and whisk until smooth. Let cool slightly. Whisk in the granulated sugar, which is just normal sugar, vegetable oil, egg, and vanilla until smooth. Whisk in the flour mixture until just combined. Okay, so what we know right now is that we need to put cocoa powder in a large bowl, and then we need to get the milk heating on the saucepan and get the other ingredients ready to go in. Okay, so the next step is heat the milk in a saucepan. If you don't know, this is a saucepan. I usually just call it a pot, but so medium heat would probably be around 3 or 4. I'm not showing you. And then pour in the milk, and that should start heating up but not boiling, remember. So then while that's happening, we get our large bowl, and so then we have our large bowl and our cocoa powder, and we pour half a cup of cocoa powder. So I didn't get unsweetened cocoa powder. I just got the cheapest one at the store. But I don't mind sweet things, so I guess if you do, you can look for unsweetened, but I think it'll be fine. Alright, so now that we've got our warm milk, we're going to pour it over the cocoa until smooth. So the pan's here. I am right-handed, and I've got our other ingredients around. Ooh, it smells like hot chocolate. I suppose it is hot chocolate. Whisk until smooth. Whisk, whisk, whisk. If you don't like how I'm doing this, just remember that I'm one-handed. Okay, that looks smooth to me. Should have grabbed a paper towel to put this on. Hold on. Alright, here's our hot chocolate concoction, and then we need to let it cool slightly. It is pretty warm. And after that, we're going to put in the sugar, vegetable oil, egg, and vanilla. Alright, so next we need 1 cup of sugar. I have the sugar right here in this. The thing we keep in it is a 1/4 cup, so I will do 4 of these. Should probably be whisking in between. This is really difficult with one hand. 2. Whisk, 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 whisk. I'm sorry if any of you have to tap out because of the handheld camera. But I hope I'm holding it steady enough. I really tried a bunch of different things, but I just couldn't get it to stay. Alright, 1 more. Four. That's all the sugar. Next, we need a 3/4 cup vegetable oil. So again, I just have a 1/4 cup. And here's the vegetable oil. Wasn't sure I could get it open with one hand, but I did it. All right. There's 1/4. Going to be more careful this time. There we go, 1/4. Should probably do this on the paper towel. Oops, sorry, out of focus there. Had you focused on the whisk. 2/4. And 3/4. All right, now whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk. Not wicks. I maybe should have done this gradually like I did with the sugar. It doesn't appear to be mixing. guys know this, but there's a test to see if your eggs are still good. Mine should be, but just a test. And it's good. If it floats, it is bad, and if it sinks, it is good. I'm not sure I can do this one-handed, but we'll see. Oh, that was a weak one. There we go. Ha ha, we did it. All right, onto the paper towel you go. How am I supposed to push pause? All right, and whisk, 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 whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Not really supposed to be stopping as much as I am during this. It's difficult filming and doing this at the same time. So next is our vanilla, our 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let's try and do that quickly. So I don't have actual vanilla, I have imitation vanilla. Oops, okay. I'll look in real life, you look through the viewfinder, alright? There we go, 1 teaspoon. Pick it up gently and toss it in. All right, and then whisk. Until smooth. Sorry, not letting you look. It seems to be smooth, so then we're going to whisk in the flour mixture over there, slowly, until it's just combined, and then we'll divide the batter between the cupcakes. So I'm going to clean up a tiny bit. Alright, I like to put things away and rinse my stuff as I go. So let's pour in a little bit of this. Had the book resting on that. Whisk, 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 whisk. I hope no one comes home while I'm doing this. I meant to get started on this quite a bit earlier, but like I said, I took a long time trying to figure out how to get the camera. Oops, sorry, speaking of cameras, how to get it to see what I'm doing, and I couldn't, so it's getting harder to whisk. Let's trade hands. I'm not all that good at it with this hand, but as long as I don't get chocolate everywhere, I think it's fine. Alright, let's pour in the rest of it. And back to the right hand. Maybe I should have used the metal whisk instead of this. I'm throwing flour everywhere. Okay, it's getting close to where we want it to be. Trying to get it off the edges. I didn't bring a spatula. I wouldn't have a hand for a spatula anyway. Look, I could be an electric mixer. Sorry, try not to move the camera. Alright, so grabbing the baking tray. Oops. Let's move this out of the way. Wash it after I put them in the oven. So I've got the baking tray, and I don't think I can film myself putting them in the baking tray. That would just be a mess. So, sorry about that, but I'll be back after they're in the tray. Okay, so I decided that I maybe can film it. I'm using a spoon. No, still messy, but it was gonna be messy either way. We all knew that, didn't we? Oops. I am going to top them up. I think it might be runnier than it's supposed to be, but I'm not really sure. Kind of new to this whole baking thing, so if you've been on my channel before, this is definitely not the kind of thing I've ever put on my channel. But you might be wondering where I've been. I might have explained it under one of my videos I'm gonna post before this, because it'd be kind of weird to just post this without posting my normal stuff first. But as I said under my last video that I posted maybe 3 months ago, it's been way too long, I just got really discouraged. I tried to make a new friend and it didn't turn out, and you know, just disappointed, upset, stuff like that. I didn't really feel like people wanted to listen to what I had to say, and so I didn't say anything. But, you know, I got over it enough to do one video. I was feeling better. I am feeling better. But then I just kind of fell off, you know, like, you know, you get into the habit of doing something and then you stop doing it for whatever reason, and then it's hard to get back into the rhythm of doing it, you know? It was like that. You know, I missed 1 week, and then I missed another week, and, you know, it all just kind of, I don't know, just kind of happened, I guess. So, I'm sorry about that. I know people really like my SCP videos, but yeah, I don't know, I didn't want to, I don't know. It's funny, because I do want to. I guess it's kind of like there's always something you want to do more, you know? Like, if there's a TV show you want to watch, but you always put it off, it's because you know that, you know, you'd rather be watching something else, or, you know, it's not like you don't want to watch the show, you do, but maybe you want something else more, and so you spend your time doing that instead. But if you're seeing this, there should be a new SCP video that I would have posted on Saturday, I think. I think maybe this will go up on a Wednesday. Sorry, filming the wrong thing again. Bear with me as I do the wrong things sometimes. But yeah, so I'm not stopping. I hadn't planned to stop. I'm not in any danger or anything. Nothing bad, like, you know, serious bad happened to me. I'm fine. In fact, I'm better than I have been for a long time. If you've watched any of my streams, you'll know that I deal with a lot of pretty bad anxiety, and I finally started taking medication for it, and wow, the difference is startling. Like, I didn't realize how debilitated I was in my anxiety until I started taking this medicine and started thinking about all of the things that I want to do now, that, you know, I've kind of always wanted to do, but like, you know, like we were talking about before, not enough. You know, there's always something you want to do more. You know, you'd rather lay in bed and play The Sims, or lay in bed and watch YouTube or whatever TV shows you're into, you know. But yeah, with my medicine, I'm feeling a lot better, and I feel like I can actually do things. So yeah, just wanted you to know that nothing bad happened to me. In fact, I'm feeling a lot better than I have in a long time. So you don't need to be worried, because I know whenever anyone I watch on YouTube would take a long break without saying anything, I would get really worried, and I'm sorry that I did that to you. I just didn't really know how to communicate. I don't really have anything other than YouTube and Twitch, and I didn't really want to make a video or go live, or, you know, I mean, I couldn't even get myself to do a normal SCP video. Like, how was I going to do an update video, you know? So I'm sorry if I made any of you worry. I know I have some loyal friends who watch my stuff pretty regularly, and yeah, if I could have reached out, I would have, but I couldn't get myself to, so. But that's gonna change. So this week my laptop is in the shop. The hinges on it broke, so it needed to stay in the shop for a week while they ordered the parts for it. And so I can't upload anything yet, and by the time you're seeing this, I should have hopefully uploaded at least one SCP video and one Breath of the Wild video. So I'm sorry if you're new to the channel and this is all just babble that doesn't apply to you. But I felt like I needed to talk about it. Because I don't want to talk about it in the SCP video, because I know people who come to the channel for the first time would probably be annoyed with if I started the video off talking. I know some people get annoyed when there's like an intro to a video. They're like, you know, just hurry up and get to the video, and I get it. So you know, I wanted to explain it in a different video, but I didn't want to make a video all about that. So you know, I've been making cupcakes. I've had to find stuff to do while my laptop's gone. So I've been making cupcakes, and I figured I could make that into a video. And so that's what I'm doing. And hopefully a lot of this footage is usable. And if it's bad, I'll upload it anyway, because I don't really care that much. I mean, I want to give my subscribers, you know, premium good content, like, obviously, but I just meant I don't really care if, like, people comment and be like, hold the camera still, you dummy, or whatever. Because I'm having fun, and I'm sorry if it is, like, bad for your motion sickness or whatever. I have motion sickness, so I might struggle editing this. But yeah, I'm going to, there's only a little bit left, so I'm going to use both hands to scoop it out, and I will be right. Alright, we got ourselves chocolatey in the process, but here are our cupcakes, and the recipe says, oh, don't knock over my light. The recipe says to, wow, that's out of focus. Hello? Bake until the tops spring back when pressed, 20 to 25 minutes. Transfer to a rack and let cool 5 minutes in the pan, then remove the cupcakes to the rack to cool completely. Alright, so 20 to 25 minutes, checking to make sure that they spring back when pressed. Alright, so in the oven we go. Alright, I'll see you in 20 to 25 minutes. I will wash the utensils that we used and prep for our frosting. And we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Check in. There's 12 minutes left. They're rising. They look really good. See you guys in another 10 minutes. Alright, so we've got about 7 minutes left, and the kitchen is starting to smell really good. But I figured we'd look at our fourth step. So it says, meanwhile, make the frosting. Pulse the butter, confectioner's sugar, melted chocolate, cocoa powder, milk, and vanilla in a food processor until smooth. Spread or pipe the frosting on the cupcakes. So, of course, I would forget to buy a piping bag, but I've heard that you can use a Ziploc baggie, or just a baggie, and cut the tip off of one of the ends and use that. So that's what we're gonna try. So if we look up at the ingredients again, we need a stick of butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, so we'll get that in there. 4 ounces of melted chocolate. You'll never guess what I'm using. The cocoa powder, again, I need to get that out, the milk, and the vanilla extract. So let me get the rest of the stuff. Okay, it's been a little more time than I was expecting, but I didn't have all the parts to the food processor like I thought I did. So let's get 2 cups of powdered sugar, or confectioners of sugar, whatever you would like to call it. It is the same thing. It's not quite 2 cups. It's pretty much 2 cups. I wonder if it's gonna fit in here now that I'm thinking about it. It looks like it will, but we'll see. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of this over the sink. Alright, so it did fit, but barely, so I decided to half and half this instead. So we've got our powdered sugar, and then we've got our butter. I will have to cut this in half now. So hold on. Alright, so I need to cut the butter in half. Uh-oh. Alright, maybe I can't do this one-handed. Okay, it's been cut in half. So now we unwrap it. It's all melty from sitting out, which is a good thing. It'll be easier to process. Oh goodness. Kind of sent powdered sugar flying everywhere, but I didn't get it on camera because I'm so great at this with the one hand. The one-handed camera holding. Alright. I'll film it this time. Try not to get it to splash. Alright. Okay. Partway there. Okay, so then we're gonna melt half of our chocolate and then the other half to put in here. So I've just put the first half of the chocolate in the microwave. Maybe you can hear it on in the background. And I'll pour it into one of these, and then we'll do the other one. I put it in for 30 seconds and then for 1 minute, and then for another 30 seconds. Alright, so I poured it in, and while the other one is melting, I will do my 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 in each. So, plop. And plop. Alright, and now I need to get the chocolate out of the microwave. And then we'll put in milk and vanilla. So we need 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm not going to be able to do that with one hand, so we'll be right back. And lastly, we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, so I'm going to do a half teaspoon in each. Let's see if I can do this again. Alright, I poured it in, so now we're going to put the top on and pulse it all in the food processor. Maybe I can't do this one-handed either. Alright, here we go. I will turn the volume down, I promise. didn't show you all of the first one, but it seems done. So yeah, I didn't show you all of the first one, but here goes the second one. Alright, so now I have our muffins upside down, or on the upside down baking tray. And here is our icing mixture. You can see a little milk in there. I might have to mix it up again. Can y'all hear Tiggy? He's screaming for me. This is Tiggy, little brat. He keeps screaming down the hall for me. Like that. Okay, so I know I said that we'd use a bag, but I feel like maybe we should just use a knife. Maybe we should just, you know, this is very much the consistency of chocolate. Oh my goodness. He's just crying and crying. It's not gonna look very good, but you know what? It'll taste good, so... Oh my, I need to go get my toddler. We call Tiggy, we call him a toddler because he always wants to be held like one. He'll reach up his little hands, his little paws, up against like the wall or something, and he'll want you to hold him. And then he wants you to hold him like a human toddler, like on your hip. But okay, yeah, so these aren't gonna look... Oh my goodness. He won't shut up, guys. These aren't gonna look the best, but you know what? They're homemade, and they don't have to look the best. They're not going to a concert. I mean, they're definitely not going to a concert. A contest was the word I was going to use. They're not going to a contest. You know, it's not like Gordon Ramsay's gonna see this or anything. So yeah, it's not like Gordon Ramsay's gonna see these and judge me on them or anything, so I think it's fine. It's fine, 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 it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry. It's fine. This is difficult to do with one hand. It's fine. Everything's fine. They can look as ugly or as pretty as you want them to. They're just cupcakes. They're going to get eaten. Nobody cares what they look like. Except maybe Gordon Ramsay. But I'm not sure he judges baked goods. I don't really know much about him, to be honest. So it's fine. They can look however you want them to look. And even if they don't look how you want them to look, it's fine. You're going to eat them, or someone else is going to eat them. And you know what? They don't taste any better, even if they look pretty. They all taste the same. They all taste the look at my first ones. They already are hardening, it looks like. It's probably because I used Hershey's chocolate and not baking chocolate. But you know what? No one cares. Unless maybe you're a baker, professional or home baker, and you see this and you saw that I was going to use Hershey's chocolate and you went, oh no. But you know what? It's going to taste delicious, so I don't care. But I am sorry if it offends you that I used Hershey's chocolate. I'm going to put you down now and use the rest of the cup because it's getting harder to get stuff out, and then you can join me when I start the second cup. Alright, here we are. 6 done, 6 more to go. And we've got our second batch of... My light moved. We've got our second batch of chocolate icing right here. And now I will start putting icing on the second batch. This looks a bit more like actual icing. I wonder what I did differently between the two. I was gonna say you could tell me in the comments, but I didn't show you the whole process. So I guess maybe you'd know if you're an experienced baker. Or if you've ever used Hershey's chocolate in your baking. This is actually going on a lot easier than the frosting I made last time. I made that one with egg whites, sugar, and butter. Not powdered sugar, just regular sugar. And it was really yummy. It like kind of melted in your mouth. But it definitely didn't go on this well. Like, trust me, if you think these look bad, oops. It's very difficult to get out with one hand. I already said that. I think a lot of this has been me complaining about only being able to use one hand, but it's all good-naturedly. I'm not, like, actually upset or anything. I mean, that'd be kind of silly if I was actually upset. Like, I'm the one who chose to do this. I could have, like, given up, or I could have kept trying until I found something that worked, but, I figured it'd be faster and easier just to hold the camera. I actually think it's kind of funny I've been able to. I was wondering if I'd have any usable footage, but, I mean, it probably looks pretty amateur, but I don't really mind. This isn't my brand anyway. Like, I probably won't keep doing these. I mean, I might do a few more. As long as I'm still making cupcakes, I might keep making these, but, I was gonna say it depends on how many views this gets, but, like, I don't get that many views on really anything, so I don't think it would really make that much of a difference. I'll just keep doing it if I want to keep doing it. Well, I'm already making cupcakes, I might as well make content out of it, you know? Sorry if I've been showing you this thing. Okay, once again, we're getting to the bottom of the thing, so let me top them all up, and we will come back with the finished product. You know, I think the difference is that one of them had way more, not way more, had a bit more powdered sugar. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but the first 6 look different. The frosting looks different than the last 6. It's a bit darker, a bit more chocolatey in the way it like is hardening. Like this one's hardening, and this one's hardening. Whereas these ones look a lot more like normal frosting. It's not focusing. Oh, there we go. So yeah, these are our cupcakes that we made together, I guess. Let me know if you made cupcakes along with me. I don't really have any other social media you can show them to me on, but yeah, I hope you had fun. I did. So thanks for hanging out with me. Bye bye.